Hi, this is Marco Rubio, and this is our latest installment of the Week in Review here in Washington, D.C. Two items I want to talk about today. The first is our national debt. As you all have been hearing reports in the media about two things. Number one, this so-called, what they call the continuing resolution, and the negotiations between the House and Senate over a final bill or spending deal for 2011. It's important to remember exactly what they're debating. They're debating about how much money we're going to spend the rest of the year. And the reason why they're having that debate is because the people who ran this place a year ago, the same party had the House, the Senate, and the White House, they didn't pass a budget. And that's why this debate is still going on about how we're going to spend money over the next 6 months. I've been pretty clear. I think we need to stick to the bill that the House passed, that over $60 billion in cuts this year. But more importantly than how we're going to spend money over the next 6 months is how we're going to spend money over the next 60 years. And that's why I think the upcoming debt limit debate is so important. And this week I wrote an op-ed piece in the Wall Street Journal where I very clearly laid out that I would not be voting to extend the debt limit unless it was the last time we ever had to do that, and unless it came with a host of other reforms, including tax reform, getting regulatory agencies out of our business, balancing the budget through a balanced budget amendment, a spending cap, using the debt limit as a way to bring the debt down, not to continually raise the debt, and serious entitlement reforms, the kind of reforms we need to save Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. The second issue we've talked about this week is our engagement in Libya, and I know that there are strong opinions on both sides of this issue. Should the President have consulted Congress? Should we even be involved at all? The bottom line is it's already happened. The President has already engaged us in Libya, and now we have to confront the reality of what's happening there. The bottom line is the United States got involved, according to the President, in order to prevent a massacre, mass genocide, a humanitarian crisis. And the fact of the matter is that as long as Qaddafi is in charge in Libya, the chances of there being genocide and mass murder are not just a possibility, they're a probability. As the President himself has said, Qaddafi must go. That's the stated policy of the United States, according to the President and according to this engagement. In addition to that is the reality that we have attacked Muammar Qaddafi. We have attacked his armed forces. We have attacked a brutal dictator with a brazen history of having supported terrorist attacks against Americans. Let's not forget that he murdered over 200 Americans in the Pan Am bombing over Lockerbie. Let's not forget that he killed a handful of Marines at a bombing in a discotheque in the 1980s. Let's not forget that less than a decade ago, Muammar Qaddafi was on the verge of acquiring a weapon of mass destruction, and he only backed away from it because he feared being the next Saddam Hussein. We've attacked him, and if he survives and holds on to power in Libya, Muammar Qaddafi won't just be angry, he'll be emboldened. And I fear that this country is going to have to confront him for years to come. It'll cost us billions of dollars, and I fear American lives. And so that's why I think we need to do what we can to bring about the policy goal, politically or militarily, of ensuring that Muammar Qaddafi does not hang on to power in Libya. Those are the two issues we're confronting this week here in Washington, D.C. As always, I'll continue to work hard on your behalf, and I'll report back next week on the progress we've made on those issues and whatever else arises. Thank you, and may God bless all of you. May God bless the United States of America.